Does pricing your services overwhelm you and create this level of anxiety, and you find yourself struggling to decide what's the right price that I should put on my product or services? And you're just in this place of being wishy-washy or not charging at all. And there's just this tension between trying to do right and trying to have a business that is successful. And so you're in this just a bunch of noise, and you've Googled, and one site says this and another site says this, and so you're just like, what do I do? This episode is geared towards helping you to conquer your pricing fears once and for all, so that you can experience that next level of success. Because you shouldn't be having to go through all this pricing drama. And as you continue to go through this pricing drama, it really is affecting the way that you show up in your business. So let's go ahead and conquer that and get to that next level of success. What's up, leader? Welcome to the Gifted Entrepreneur Show, the dopest podcast on the planet that explores the world of Christian entrepreneurship and reveals secrets to unlocking your unique codes to create generational wealth. I'm your host, LaDondra Hervey, wife, mom, award-winning author, and Christian business coach who's excited to take you on a transformational journey of taking bold steps to unlock your unique gifts and pursue your entrepreneurial dreams with unwavering faith. Buckle up. It's time to make your dreams of creating generational wealth a reality. Hey, what's up? Listen, today we're talking about 3 ways to conquer your pricing fears to create that next level of success. I know that pricing can be one of those things that just brings up so much doggone drama. Like, you're like, what is the right thing to do? And just all the many things. And so today I just want to help us to really to conquer that so we can enter into that next level of success. But before we do that, I have a review from Cake Jones that says, amazing. What an amazing podcast. Thank you for the words of wisdom and all the motivation. I love it. Thank you, Cake Jones, for those amazing words and for sowing that seed into this podcast. It matters. And I just thank you all for leaving your reviews, because we have literally touched down and we're at the top 2% podcast globally, and we've just touched so many countries, and that is really because you have partnered with us to make that global impact. And so again, I want to just say thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping us to advance this mission of the podcast. So y'all, get your pen, get your paper, because we're going to go fast and furious through a few things. But let me tell you, as we get into this and we are going through it, I don't want you to get into the place to where you're like, oh, okay, that's just, I've heard that. And so since I heard that, I'm going to ignore that. And you know how we do, we can get so caught up in being consumers that we don't produce something from what has been consumed. And I have made it my mission to really be a producer. Like the word says that in all thy getting, get an understanding. And so part of getting an understanding is to do something with what you've heard, right? And so sometimes that means that you need to go back and listen to the replay. Sometimes it's that you need to do some journaling around it, or sometimes just sitting with yourself to say, you know what, does any of this apply to me? And if it doesn't, cool. But if it does, then do something with it. Because part of our mission is being a generational change agent is that we want to conquer worldly conformity. And part of us conquering that worldly conformity is us doing things differently than the world do. So part of what the world do is they're fat on information. We want to be those who are transformational. We want to receive the information and produce a result of transformation, right? So our mission is to help Christian entrepreneurs to conquer worldly conformity, break generational cycles, and to create generational wealth God's way. And so the episodes that I bring to you each week is really in alignment with that mission, because the goal is to separate from the pack and to separate from the noise, rise above the noise, and be the ones who is bringing about a transformation in this world. We are called to be kingdom ambassadors, and as kingdom ambassadors, we are to reflect heaven on earth. And when someone looks at us, they should be able to see our country, heaven, our country of heaven reflected in our life and in our business. And we do that by modeling it. It's not that what we say, it's what we do that people is watching. Okay. And so part of that is how we do business as Christian entrepreneurs, as kingdom driven entrepreneurs. And I say it both ways because not everybody has had a revelation on being a kingdom driven entrepreneur. And I'm going to go ahead, because I wasn't even planning. What it really means to be a kingdom driven entrepreneur is exactly what I said, is really reflecting heaven on earth and being an ambassador of the king and doing business the king's way. Jesus is always doing things a kingdom way. He was reflecting heaven on earth in everything that he did, right? And so we, being a king's kid and really inheriting that kingdom, then we want to reflect the same thing in our life and in our businesses, because we understand that more is caught than more is taught, right? And we, again, that's modeled through our life. Y'all, let's get into this, because y'all got me over here really getting into some stuff. I hope you caught that, because it really does make a difference in the way that you show up in your business and the decisions that you make, all the way up to like what we're talking about with the 3 ways in conquering your pricing fears. Because one thing that I have found is that a lot of times people are struggling with pricing their services because they are seeing their worth. They have their worth tied up in their price tag, in the price tag of their services. And so they look at their skill set, they look at their experiences, they look at other entrepreneurs in the game who have been in it for quite some time. And so they put a price tag based on what they feel that they are worth, or what they feel that the market is dictating as their worth. And I just want to remind you that you are already worthy. You are a king's kid. And so you have already been called a royal nation. You are a royal priesthood. You are a kingdom citizen. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. You are a masterpiece. You are so many things. And one thing is that your worth is not caught up into the price tag that you put on your service. And so that's why I'm saying all of this stuff to you, because I want to help to set you free. I remember when I first started my business, there was some training that I went through, and I'll tell you, there were some valuable things that I got from the training. However, the main premises around that training, it was charge what you're worth. And it's a catchy tagline, and it's really catchy, and I was teaching it, I was in it, like all the things, I was bought into it. But what you have to realize is that your worth is not dictated by the price tag that's on your services. And it can be so easy to get caught up in that noise, and you're just in that place to where you start to diminish your value, or sometimes you can even overprice your services because you're trying to be somewhere that you're not yet. And when you do that, then you can overprice yourself. And it's like you separate yourself from your market. And so what you want to do is you want to find that sweet spot. And you want to find that sweet spot of where what do you feel that your market, and it's not even just what do you feel your market, you want to do the research to see what is your market willing to pay for the services that you are providing. And I will tell you, because listen, let me tell you, I've done all of these trainings, right? And I've heard all the background behind pricing your services. And there's the value-based pricing services. There's some that does it on an hourly basis. There's all the things, right? But here's the thing that you want to do. You want to see where is there a need? Where is the need? And what is your ideal clients looking for? And you want to create packages around those ideal clients' problem or need, value-based packages. And so based on the value that you can create for that ideal client, you want to determine that value, the price that you want to charge for that based on the return that client gets. That's the value that they get. So if they're getting a 5x return or they're getting a 10x return, then you want to make sure that you're pricing accordingly. So say for instance that I am choosing to charge $10,000 for my package. That has nothing to do with my worth, because my worth is I'm already worthy. But it does have to do with the value that I'm creating for that ideal client. And so for that $10,000, if I am helping that client to create a six-figure business, or I'm helping that client to tap into I want to stick with six-figure business, then I'm really helping them to tap into a whole nother level of business that they have not been in. And so they are seeing a 90% return on their investment. Because when we look at it as a whole, they invested $10,000 to receive $100,000 of value or return on investment. And I'll tell you that the return on investment, it doesn't always have to be a monetary value. As we talk about here as becoming generational change agents, sometimes that 10x return is in the becoming. It's in the becoming the entrepreneur who is ready to receive generational wealth. And so some of the things that we've heard from our clients is that it wasn't even about the strategy, because we can teach strategy all day. You can look up strategy all day, but it was really in helping them to unlock their inner greatness and to release strongholds that have been weighing them down from really tapping into that next level of their gifts zone and tapping into a partnership with Christ and really understanding what that looks like and helping them to get out of a place of the hustle and the grind to come into true alignment with their kingdom blueprint. That is a 10x result, because what would have took them 10 years or more to get there, and we have collapsed decades into a 1-year mastermind, where now they're starting to receive an accelerated result that they wouldn't have received otherwise. And so the same is true for you. And so you really have to tap into a different mindset and say, you know what, this is the pricing that I am deciding to charge my ideal client is based on the value that they can create, that I can create for them, which brings me to tip number 2 in helping you, ways to help you to conquer your pricing fears, is you want to list out 30 results that you can create for your ideal client. So as a result of them working with you in this $10,000 package, what are the literal results that the tactical and practical and spiritual results that they get from working with you? And now these results have to be something that they literally resonate with. These are results that associated with the pain point that's keeping them up at night. And so it is pain points that are going to move them into an action to buy, a purchasing decision to buy your product or your service. So what are those results? Is it that they get to buy their time. They get to buy their time back. So where they've been having to put in 60 to 80 hours a week, your system is going to help them to collapse time. And now they're able to get more done with less time and still create a profit producing business, and you have time to show up at their kids' game. Is it that they are able to lose weight and lose 30 pounds in the next 60 days? Don't listen. That's not my expertise. This is an example. Whatever that is, you want to map out those results, because as you map out those results, what's going to happen is they are able to say, okay, like you are able to, first of all, be sold on the price that you are charging your ideal client as an investment. You start to see it as an investment, and you move from feeling like, oh, I'm charging them, this is costing them something, and you start to see that this is a return for the value that you are creating in their life. And so you want to make sure that you really do take some time to look at that, research that, and to create an experience around that that's going to attract them into your audience. Okay. And then the last one that I want to, I'm going to give you a bonus one. The other one is that I want to say, the third one is to don't confuse your business with your ministry give back. So many of you are having pricing drama, and you're having a hard time pricing your product or services at the level that you really want to, because you're having guilt. And so, and that guilt is being associated with, because you are confusing your ministry, your give back, your give back, your nonprofit, whatever that is for you, with your actual business. You are in business to make a profit. Now, what you can do is you can use a portion of your business profits to give back, and you can set aside a portion of that, almost as if your tithes from your business, or your offering from your business. So you have your tithes where you sow 10% back into the church, and then you can give above and beyond that in your offering, and to a nonprofit organization of yourself, or your own nonprofit organization, or give back, whatever that looks like. And so when you can get clear on the distinction between the two, then you won't be feeling guilty for charging, or the prices that you're charging, because you now have a clear distinction that, okay, my business clients, this is the investment that they are paying to get the result that they are desiring, and this is, and so this is totally different from my give back. And so now it frees up your mental space, your heart space, your soul space, to really tap in and to want to say, okay, I'm okay with partnering with my ideal clients at this level. And so if you're not sold on it to partner with them at that level, when you get ready to say it, you're going to stutter, you're going to feel resistance, you're not going to feel as confident, and your ideal clients can hear that in your voice. And so you want to make sure that you're very, very clear on the distinction between your ministry give back and your actual business, and knowing that you always can use the profit, some of the profits from your business, to give back. And so that a lot of times that becomes inspiration for you to want to charge the premium prices for your ideal clients. And which brings me to my fourth tip that I want to give you, is that I want to, we hear a lot of things about premium pricing, and I am an advocate for premium pricing, but I'm also an advocate for starting where you are. And so every entrepreneur has had to start where they are. Not every entrepreneur has had to start at free, and for the most part, some may have not, but for the most part, they've even started at free or low cost, so that they can start to just build that know, like, and trust factor. And a lot also, it's also to create that internal buy-in for yourself. And so that you're starting to get that experience. Maybe you have had the experience in your corporate job or your 9 to 5 or whatever that's looked like, but then now you're out on your own. And when you're out on your own, it's a little bit harder to make that transition, not only because now you're selling yourself, but then you also are in that place to where now you have to, you are building up the reputation of your company. And so as you're building up your reputation for your company, be willing to start where you are and work up to where you're going. And so one thing that I'd like to suggest to you in doing that is that you really just say, okay, I am going to charge this particular price until I've served 5 clients and helped 5 clients to get this certain result. And then at that point, then I'm going to, because I'm the CEO of my kingdom enterprise, then at that point, then I'm going to give myself a raise. And then as I give myself a raise, this raise is a value-based raise, because the more I know that not only that the proof is in the pudding, but then I also see that the results that I'm creating, and I'm literally helping these clients to collapse time or be more efficient or to be more productive or to create more money or whatever that is, or to regain their peace and their confidence. And there's so many results. And so that's why you want to go back to your results. But being okay to start where you are and to grow into that next level, that those are going to be things that help you to conquer your price fears. Because as you are courageous at one level, then it builds confidence at that level. And then that confidence makes you propels you to say, okay, I'm ready to try and be courageous at another level, and then another level. And before you know it, it's easy. And you're investing in yourself. And as you're investing in yourself, you're creating another level of value. And as you're creating another level of value, then you're giving yourself permission to charge at another level. And then before you know it, you're at your goals, and you're doing, and you're in this flow to where now you're not in fear, but you're in flow. And you guys know that we use flow as an acronym, following the leading of wisdom. And that is literally a guide that I want you to use when it comes to your pricing your services, to literally follow the leading of wisdom. And we believe that wisdom comes from the Holy Spirit. So you'll start getting this uncomfortable feeling in your belly, like it's like this irritation that I feel like I'm charging way too low. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. Be okay with saying, okay, it's time for me to charge at another level. And you don't have to apologize to your clients for that. You literally just have to just send an email and say, you guys, things are up leveling, and we are up leveling around here. Let me give you an example. So with the Kingdom Collaborators Network, before we started that, we had a free Facebook group. And so with that free Facebook group, literally you can come in. We were given free value. It was high level value in the weekly, lunch bites that we were doing. See, I done forgot the lunch bites that we doing. We did master classes. We did different things. But I just had this uncomfortable feeling in my spirit that it was time to elevate. And so once it was time to elevate, literally, it wasn't apologizing. What we did is that we sent out emails and messages in the groups, and we were like, hey, things are changing around here. We're at another level. We're ready to create a whole nother level of elevation. And we are ready to serve you at a higher level. And here's some of the things that you can expect at this next level as you partner with us with our Kingdom Collaborators Network. If this is something that you feel like is a fit, you want to network with like-minded Christian entrepreneurs at a new level, then here's the link where we want to invite you to join us. We did a promotion for just a certain amount of time, just to let them go ahead and get in and make that transition for the early adopters. And then from there, like, we set our prices, and eventually we're probably going to go up on those prices. And so you don't have to apologize. And so I just want to free you from that. And I want you to release you from the guilt of saying, oh, okay, well, they started with me at this level, and so on and so forth. Everybody understands, who is a consumer, that prices change. The prices of Netflix change, Hulu change, the prices of your makeup when you go to the store changes, the prices through the drive-through, they changed at the grocery store, and no one is walking around apologizing for that. The prices just have changed due to whatever reason that the company has for that price change. And so the consumer can continue with you or not. But listen, that's their choice, and know that you didn't do anything wrong. Okay. So y'all, I hope that you have received what you need so that you can be set free to conquer those pricing fears, because these are truly mindsets that's going to help to elevate you into your next level of success if you take it and apply it. So take what I've given you today and apply it to your business so that you can start to see new levels in your business, and you're not holding the baggage of, should I price this or should I not, or am I this, and all this stuff. Release the noise and really set yourself free to operate from that flow, following the leading of wisdom as you are creating that next level of generational wealth. Because again, generational wealth, it is progressive. It's not about perfection. It's about progressing. And so give yourself permission to pivot where you need to pivot, to make adjustments, and not feel shame for that. So many of us are carrying around a lot of shame for what we thought wasn't working, and just all this stuff. And it's like, okay, I set my prices, nobody's buying. Be consistent enough. This is another thing that I want to tell you. Be consistent enough to see if that people are willing to buy what it is that you have. Don't put the price out there for the first 3 weeks and then you're like, nobody's buying. Like, be consistent and be willing to shift your message, be willing to shift your marketing, be willing to shift to really make sure that you're in alignment with those pain points, and you're speaking at the level of their pain to where it's like going to move them into a buying decision, and speak from a results based marketing and not from just a buy my stuff type of thing. I don't even know what to say about that, because that when you do things like that, it really is about you and not about them. So make sure the way that you're marketing, it is about them, so that they can truly feel that. And what they'll see is then it's like, okay, I get to invest in myself. I get to solve this problem. I get to partner with this organization so that they can help me to find more freedom, more time, more productivity, more business clients, more leads, whatever that is. I get to partner with this organization, and it becomes something that they are excited about. Listen, if you are in that place and you're like, okay, I'm ready to up-level my business, not only from a pricing, a brand standpoint, or a strategic standpoint. I'm really ready to create a kingdom blueprint that is going to create a next level of elevation. Then I want to encourage you to apply for our Woke Next Level program, Women Operating Kingdom Enterprises Next Level program, where we are literally helping you to collapse decades into months. And we are doing that in a way that it really aligns with your unique kingdom blueprint. And we are helping you to create a 90-day implementation plans. We have project management systems to help you to chunk down your big goals so that you will be able to get more done quicker and more efficiently. You have a whole team and a whole community around you that is supporting you, that is elevating you, giving you the advice that you need, the quality advice that you need, that's going to move the needle in your business. If you're ready for that level of success, go ahead and apply by clicking the link in the description of this episode. And if you're not there and you're like, hey, I just want to kind of tap in, dip my toe in the water, make sure that you go and listen to our Crack the Codes to Creating Generational Wealth Masterclass. That is 2 hours of yummy goodness that you are only going to have to invest $27. And when I tell you it's yummy goodness, 2 hours. I don't hit surface level type stuff. We really go deep. So if that's you and you're ready, you're like, okay, I need that, then let's go ahead and make that first baby step into that. All right. Well, until next time, I will chat at you later. Bye. Did that episode feel juicy or what? If so, please do me a favor and take 30 seconds to write a review. Your review helps us to spread the mission of creating generational wealth around the world. And if you tag me on IG stories, I'll be sure to reshare the love. And don't forget to join our Kingdom Collaborators Network, where we're coming together to intentionally collaborate to grow our business. Until next time, remember, for with Christ, nothing is impossible.